Good afternoon. Today is the 6th of December 2022. The time now is 2:46 p.m. And this is one of those videos where I speak my mind, and um, there's just some things that's been on my mind today. Really, it's been on my mind for some weeks now. And it's dealing with, and like I said before, I don't know Kanye West, who called himself uh, gay, and I don't know Kyrie Irving. I don't know. I don't know neither one of them. I don't follow Kanye. I've heard some of his music, but I haven't just been into his music. Just really listen to his music. Um, I had never heard of Kyrie Irving, but the thing that I have a problem with is the way these men are being treated, and I think it's very wrong for what these people are doing to them, and it's making me want to know even the more. And I saw a video where Kanye is saying he loved Hitler. Now, I don't think he loved Hitler. I think he just saying things to uh, piss the people off, and because of the way they treating him, had because they trying to take his freedom of speech, because he said he have a Jewish this, he have a Jewish that, he have a Jewish this, he have a Jewish that, which he does. But the thing about it, when these people feel like you can't talk about them, so they got to be a reason why they don't want you talking about them. They don't want you mention who they are, and they treating us black people as though we are the one that had them in the Holocaust. We had nothing to do with it. But you want to oppress black people where they can't even mention that you are a Jew or say anything about the Jewish people, which we need to stop calling them Jewish, actually, because they're not living the Jewish life. They're not living according to what God said to live. And um, and I'm gonna go in more detail. So they're just a people who call themselves that, and they want to just. It's like they saying you might be a billionaire or you might be a millionaire, but we'll shut you down and make you a poor man. And there may be some people that'll watch this video and may not like what I have to say, but you will not shut me down, not my voice. And YouTube can take me, shut me. They don't shut me down before. They may shut me down again, but I have the right to speak my mind. That's my constitutional right. But they want to take our constitution rights from us and not give us any rights. They want to make laws that trying to make everybody else obey, but they don't obey them. So, I mean, it was just on me this morning, just really on me. And the way I'm being treated, and not just me, but I can't feel nobody else's pain. I can't even feel my sister's pain, but I know she's in a lot of pain because they just drawing her up. She just being drawn up. And I mean, her mind is they just taking she just a shell. And I have to watch this every day. And I can't even hardly get much rest. When I do get rest, is this is something they doing to me. It's not a natural sleep because I know me and I know how hard I sleep and how soft I sleep, and this is not it. When I'm waking up with my insides shaking. all the way, my whole inside, and heat up in my brain, where they doing something to my brain while I'm asleep. All in my face, all in my throat, my whole humanity. So it just been making me think what they doing to Kanye, what they doing to uh Kyrie. Do these people have anything to do with gang stalking? I do believe that they had something to do with slavery in America. Um, and they want to present themselves as they are the chosen people of God, and they're not. They're not. They're too evil, and I'm gonna say it. They want to control, and so, as long as you're doing as they say, then you okay. But once you speak of who they are, if you just say anything about them, and it ain't got to be nothing bad, they're gonna say you anti-Semitic. But how can you be anti-Semitic to a people that's not from Shem? How can you be anti-Semitic if you're not from Shem? Just mentioning their name, just saying something about them, men who are worldwide known, I guess you could say. Now, people are always saying something about Jews. You got all kind of people saying, mention the Jew, but as soon as these two black men mention it, then they the problem. When one didn't even say nothing, he just shared a link. I thought maybe he had said something, but they said he ain't even said nothing. He just shared a link to a movie. But the movie is on Amazon. He ain't even the one that created the movie. But it's on Amazon because I paid to look at it. But it's still on Amazon. Now, they ain't said a thing to the man that got it on Amazon. But they're going to say something to this black man who just shared a link. For them to be that evil, that controlling, they have to be the one behind this gang stalking. So I began to look it up. And I'm going to read what I found. At least one thing. There's a lot on this internet talking about them and gang stalking. Mind control cult. And I'm going to read it. And like I said, anybody got a problem with me talking about this, then you don't have to look at, just shut down now. Because I'm not going to let nobody tell me what I can talk about and what I can't talk about. That this is not my platform. Whoever on this platform can shut me down whenever. But I still got my videos. And I could create another platform. Or go to another platform. Whatever. You know, whatever. Okay. Gang stalking, mind control, and cults. Exposing and defeating organized gang stalking, mind control, and cults. Wellminster Dr. Eric T. Carstrom, I don't know that, Emeritus, professor of Geographic, California State University, Stanislaus. I guess that's a subtitle. That's the Wellmaster Dr. Eric T. Carstrom, and Emeritus Professor of Geographic, California State University, Stanislaus. Jewish Gang Stalking is the title. December the 6th, 2016, Eric Carstrom, and he got 7 comments. ETK introduction. Considerable evidence indicates that behind the plot to take over the world through the New World Order UN Agenda 21, now Agenda 2030, transhumanism, mind control, and organized stalking, etc., are a series of interconnected cults, including the CIA cult of intelligence, Machete, 1989, and my read other secret society and intelligence spawn cults, including the Rosicrucianism, the Illuminati, Freemasonry, Theosophy. That's one of the one I keep talking about. Theosophy, Zionism, Nazism, Scientology, Jonestown, OTO, New Age cults, and etc. Targeted individuals commonly refer to the network of their stalking perpetrators as the cult. My own research in mind control and cults indicates that these cults are connected by commonly held occult rituals and beliefs, most notably including the serpent lied to Eve that ye can live forever and you shall be as gods. Indeed, it seems that most of the world's ruling elite are members of the cult. Ultimately, it appears all these cults are led by the master cult, Judaism. Christ himself referred to the end times world system as the synagogue of Satan. It appears that this octopus-like organization, because the octopus is the demon behind mind control, is comprised of the serpent people, Jews, and their many minions, dupes, and cutouts, including Freemasonry and other secret societies. In this website and my 9/11 New World Order website, I identify Judeo-Masonic Satanism as purveyors of this World Revolutionary Movement conspiracy called 1956. At the core of most all these cults is the Babylonian mystery religion black magic system described in the Jewish Kabbalah, which I was talking about on the last video, that these people are into this mysticism, and you got a lot of people who call themselves Christians, prophets, apostles, evangelists, pastors, who are into these mysticism, uh, 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 what I'm trying to say, activities. They want the word I was looking for, but it's good enough. For example, Noblitt, Noblitt, and Perskin state, Perskin state in Cults and Ritual Abuse 2000 that, according to Gersi 1991, is Gersi 1991, who indicates that he lived for 5 years in Haiti, studying and participating in voodoo ceremonies, Haitian voodoo, not Vodoun, has also been influenced by the occult practice of the indigenous uh, Awak, Arawak Indians, and a variety of traditions from Europe, including many aspects of Freemasonry, as well as esotericism, the Jewish Kabbalah, occultism, alchemy. That's what I was trying. Alchemy. That's what I couldn't figure out on that last. I said start with the S, but there's an S in it. It's alchemy. No, they ain't alchemy. It's astrology, which is still alchemy. Astrology, metaphysics, and theosophy. This is what these people are doing. This is why our cops are the way they are. This is why our doctors, our nurses, our judges, our lawyers, our politicians, all the way up to the top. These people are into this mysticism type of stuff. The doctrines of devils, fallen angels is teaching, still teaching stuff. Most Gentiles, non-Jewish, don't understand that the Jewish evolutionary strategy is they ain't even Jews. They ain't no Jews. The Jews are the ones who stay on the southern side in the Bible. That when the tribes split it, 10 tribes went one way, 2 tribes stayed on the southern side. The 10 tribes went to the northern. The 2 that stayed on the southern are the Jews. The tribe of Judah and the tribe of Benjamin. There were some Levites that stayed behind. 2 part of the Levites stayed behind, but I haven't seen in the Bible it said the Levites became Jews. Even in the New Testament, it said that there were some of the Levites who believed in Jesus Christ and became Christians. Their own land. Because they wasn't practicing like they did in the Old Testament. They didn't have to cut the throats and all this type of stuff of animals because they believed in Jesus and they became a Christian believer. Okay, a people that shall dwell along Judaism as a group evolutionary strategies with diaspora people, diaspora. Now, if these were the people that of God, instead of our people going in slavery for 400 years, they would have went in slavery for 400 years for their disobedience. But these are people who stole the identity of another people and then want to put them in slavery. Want to take them because they left Israel, went into Africa, where that's where they was. How long they was in Africa, I don't know. But then they came after a people in Africa, and the ones who was Africa sold these people into slavery. The people who ran from Israel, whose identity was beat out of them. Okay. They apparently have a satanic hive mind, and through media control, propaganda, mind control, and organized stalking, they eventually wish to draw all others into the same slave state. This plays out in history as follows. No matter what country they live in, they form networks and criminal syndicates of syndicates and work collectively to destroy that nation. Now they come, they wherever they are, they go there to destroy, because they operate as a subversive fifth column in each nation they invade. They are natural born actors, spies, liars, um, charlatans. These are words I ain't never seen before. Charlatans. Ching, Chame E. Leons. Chameleons. Command and criminals who often hide their malicious intentions behind smiling faces. There are also vast numbers of crypto Jews, secret Jews who, like other Jews, infiltrate all aspects of society, posing as assimilated members of the society they are subverting. This helps explain why Jews have been expelled from over 100 nations during the past 2,000 years, and helps explain the statement by Nikola Tesla, perhaps the greatest scientist inventor of the 20th century: never trust a Jew. Douglas Reed pointed out in The Controversy of Zion, 1956, that Judaism is a political program disguised as religion. However, despite his excellent research into the topic, Reed seems to have only gotten half the story. The other half is this: while Judaism poses as the religion of the Old Testament, it is in actuality the pagan, mysterious Babylon black magic religion that is based on the assumption that Jews are gods. They are the chosen ones, distinct to rule the earth, and they're not. And enslave or kill all non-Jews, Gentiles. So they are to kill all non-Jews who are Gentiles. Thus, Jews and their spin-off secret societies utilize black magic, Satanism, in order to help them achieve this large political goal. Quoting many rabbis of TX or TEXE, Morris in the Holy Serpent of the Jews. Holy Serpent. The rabbis' secret plan for Satan to crush their enemies and involved the Jews to global dominion. 2016 proved that underlying Judaism is the worship of the Holy Serpent, Satan, and he is not holy. They could stop saying Holy Serpent. This is corroborated by Senate aide Harold Rosenthal's statement. Most Jews don't like to admit it, but the God we worship is Lucifer. The God they worship is Lucifer. They worship Satan. I will if I hadn't checked that, it would kept ding, that kept doing it to our answer. It's a text from my daughter. So they worship sin. That's why they so evil. Because and they present themselves as though they are a religious people, a people who serve the Almighty God, but they serve Satan. That's why they can do the things that they do. That's why they can, because somebody's just share a link, they can try to take everything from them. They can stop you from. Uh, they got contracts with this man, and they just cut the contract, so should be able to sue them for cutting the contract. Anybody else that could get sued. If I had a contract with a person, if I have a contract just to rent a house, and I move out that house before my contract is over, I'm gonna have to pay the rent for the remaining time unless they are able to rent the house out. You can't just stop no contract. And I'm quite sure Kanye had contracts with all these people who cut him off just because he said that his lawyer is a Jew. This is a Jew. This is a Jew. He just saying who's a Jew. If he said anything else other than that, now that's all I heard him say. He was talking about who all is Jews, and they want to cut him off. That after he done made them money. This is crazy. And I'm gonna finish reading this. I don't know if I'm gonna read all of it because this is a lot of information, but this is enough information to let us know who is behind our gang stalking. And it's those people that call themselves the Jews, the Luciferians, because that's who they are. They are Luciferians walking around all that black, presenting themselves as though they are holy men when they are devils. And I said it. The Jewish program of world conquest is now far advanced. Today, nearly half of the Jews in the world live in the U.S. Most of the remaining half live in Israel. Due to their gradual infiltration, contamination, appropriation, and elimination (ICAE) of American institutions over the past century, America today is essentially an occupant nation. Today, Jews control America financially, corporate business, political, media, entertainment, and education system, and America, especially America military intelligence, is the Jews' current weapon of choice. To implement Adam, whatever that name is, WEISHAUPT BAVARIAN Illuminati World Takeover Program, which is what's going on right now because people sitting back and letting it be done. People that have a voice to talk is quiet as a mouse. Based on the research I compiled in Corrected History, London Jew money kings, nasal cartels, the protocols of Zionism, anti-Semitic, America traitors, and Illuminati families, and alien dualies, America's greatest spy master and traitor, Illuminati agentor. This website, I concluded that in many ways, America today is in a similar position to that of pre-World War II Germany. As in pre-World War Germany, Jews have now thoroughly corrupted and controlled our nation with the intent to destroy it. However, because they still need American military might to complete their conquest of the world, America is permitted to survive. Albert, in a thoroughly degraded, dismissioned and dysfunctional state for now. I wanted to quit that, but I ain't gonna read all of this because this is a lot. I'm still at the top. Okay. Early version. Well, I'm gonna speak some things right now. Okay. So you got people. They got the old people who was in the military and that was cops. They're giving them something to do. So they're telling them this is the way that they can protect the America. But the America don't need protecting. The people in America, we are the one that need protecting. And we are not being protected because they got American people destroying other American people. Because when America gets destroyed, God gonna do it. God is gonna destroy America. This Babylonian system that these people that call themselves the Jews have corrupted America, and they corrupted the earth. And after what they went through with the Holocaust, it looked like they would want to do good. But see, from what I hear, the reason why Hitler did what he did, because they were such bad people. They were bad people, and they still bad. They still are bad. Just like we who are the people of the Bible. We still ain't living right. We still ain't living right. God called us stiff-necked people, and we still stiff-necked. Still trying to follow stuff that we shouldn't follow. That's what we did in the Bible. Following after the people in the land, worshiping other gods, marrying foreign women that was worshiping other gods, and then the men started doing what the women did. Still ain't doing right. Still ain't doing right. Still a stiff-necked people. Because I do believe if we, and see, God ain't looking at back then. People, the people of a certain color and in a tribal. Now God has brought in the Gentiles, so anybody can be a chosen person of God. All we have to do is by faith believe in Jesus, in the Son of God, and live according. Because you can't be a Christian, you can't be an Israelite, you can't be nothing unless you live in it. That's what makes you who you are, by what you live. The way you, cause God got specifics. He has specifics of what he wants of his people. And these people are not it. Because these people do a lot of demonic, evil, wicked stuff and hide behind these outfits. As though they are a religious cult, a demonic religious cult. So we as a people, and we want God to protect us and call us his people, we got to come out of all of this rebellious stuff that we're living, all this sin that we doing. Confess Jesus Christ or Yeshua, however you call his name, as long as you talking about the man in the Bible, the one who died and atone for our sins. As long as you talking about him and not some other of Jesus. I don't know what it is, but something's still trying to make me, they trying to keep me from talking, but I'm going to talk. Dizzy and all, I'm going to talk. Because the dizziness in my head ain't got nothing to do with my mouth. And I'm going to keep speaking this thing because we need to come out of sin. We really need to come out of sin. Because we need God to use us so that we can stop being whooped. And God will impart the powers on us. Okay, earlier versions of organized stalking were developed and honed in nations that were also under Jewish control. The sovereign Cheka and East Germany Stasi secret police, among others, included intensive citizen state security police spy network that terrorized, tortured, and murdered millions of innocent civilians, particularly Christians. These nations suffered under the hellish system of communism throughout much of the 20th century. Communism was and is a Jewish invention. The the Bolshevik Revolution itself was the work of international Jewry, as documented on the website my 9/11 newworldorder.com website and innumerable other sources. I conclude that, like communism, organized stalking, mind control, and transhumanism, which is what they're trying to do to us, transhumanize us with all this technology, with all these frequencies and energies, are program invented by Jewish psychopaths to help usher in the Jewish world order, aka Tikkun Olam. I'm going to spell it. Tikkunolam, Hebrew for reinvention of intelligence, AI, and that's artificial intelligence. But don't be fooled by terms, in my opinion. This system is animated by Satan himself and is carried out by his minions in order to, one, destroy all non-cooperating and non-essential elements of society, and two, fulfill their satanic bloodlust for inflicting pain, torture, and death upon innocent victims. This is today it is non-political correct for Christian pastor to mention that Jesus Christ stated to the Jews, Pharisees, "You are of your father, the devil, and the lust of your father ye will do. He was a murderer from the beginning, and abroad not in the truth, because there is no truth in him, none. When he speaketh a lie, he speaketh of his own, for he is a liar and the father of it." And that's what this is, John 8:44. That's what these people are, liars. They pure natural born professional liars. And all that follow this system are all liars, all of them. Malaysian Prime Minister Mahathir Mohamad stated, "Jews rule the world by proxy. They get others to fight and die for them." Thus, while it appears that organized stalking is mainly conducted and carried out by America's intelligence service, the NSA, the CIA, FBI, and the DHS, and others, and their myriad private subcontractors, these agencies in turn are pawns of more powerful forces through shadow heresies and structures. In my own experience as a TI, I have been stalked and harassed to a disproportionate extent by Jews, other perpetu- perpetu- mm, perpetrator perpetrator groups clearly include military intelligence and ex-military former intelligence contractors, volunteer citizen police wannabes, neighborhood watch dupes, and low-life bottom feeders of all stripes. We tar- we targets we targets are in good company. However, for Jesus Christ was also gang stalked by Pharisee Jews. For the above reason, I conclude that it is no coincidence that targeted individuals may feel that they are under satanic demonic oppression. They are unfortunately for Satan's kids, Jews and their minions. However, Satan eventually betrays and destroys anyone and the Jews' utopia. It is established on earth. It will be short-lived. Satan and his myriad dooted minions will be destroyed in the creator of this world. The following short statement article help expose and explain these confusing phenomena. Whew. I said I wasn't gonna read all this, but it seems like I can't quit. There's so much information here. Okay, who's doing the stalking? From gang stalking and mind control, the destruction of society through community spy network, aka Forward States. My mouth is getting dry. This is watered down. This is something my grandson brought over here. This morning, and this what time? 3:28. He brought this over here this morning. It's gonna water down big time. Okay, gang stalking group derive that their members from many sources, including government, military, businesses, religion, and criminal sectors of society. And everything that they are talking about, I do believe is to be true. Members can be drawn into a gang stalking group at any age, even children. I say that. This page didn't say that. And there are even people who are born into it and come from a long line of generational members involved in a secret web of power and control that has existed for centuries. These members are usually from families with heavy military, political, or religious backgrounds, but this is not always the case. Many of these people are grown up thinking that their secret activities are a normal aspect of society. Some gang stalkers may not even realize that they're involved in anything that is evil, but what they are doing is deeply satanic. And those people who are members of gang stalking groups are essentially serving an evil enterprise that is creeping through the shadow of society and slowly taking it over. These gang stalking groups exist at the very bottom of the heretical structure of power and control that rises to the very high level of society. Being at the bottom of the heresy, their effects aren't necessary, but they are very useful and even in training to their handlers and controllers. So I'm gonna quit right there. Wait a minute before I quit. There's a lot of information on here. I might just want to. I don't. Okay, okay. I'm gonna stop on those who actually set up gang stalking groups and direct their day-to-day activities occupy slightly higher levels within the pyramid structure of power. I don't know if I want to come back because and put some more, add some more. I want this whole thing to read this whole thing. But anyway, I'm gonna stop right here. And you know, I knew I just felt it that these people are behind gang stalking, and they are evil people. They want to portray themselves as people of God, but they are not. Uh, I saw a video where they had the Jewish Bible, and they were saying that these people believe in pedophilia. They believe that they can have sex with children, and it's okay. I mean, they were just stuff I just was shocked to hear. I was shocked to hear that. But that's what they were saying. They believe in pedophilia. That's why you got a lot of these people up to the top, and they dealing in pedophilia. So I'm gonna get off of here and get and do some walking, walk around a little bit, or do something, uh, because they are really uh, making me feel sleepy or making me feel dizzy. My eyes are burning because you can see this stuff on the walls. You can see this stuff uh, in the ceiling. And I don't know if people really paying me any attention or not, because people keep telling me, and I appreciate people trying to help. I really do appreciate you trying to help me. But like I've been saying, it's not coming from my TV. It's not coming from my computer. And it could be a little bit coming from the computer because I know these electrical. And they are using electrical, but not to the point where they attacking me. These people are really the purest of demonic. This stuff is coming out from under the floor, from under the ground, where they got something connected from somewhere else, which I think is this house over here. I think they got the underground system, because we had the cable man to come here a few weeks ago, and I really don't understand why he had to go outside. That's what I can't get, because the only thing that was the problem, well, the problem was at this TV here. But what was the problem? My daughter had my heater over there up too high, little small electrical heaters. So once I cut it down, I started having a problem with the cable box over there. But he was supposed to still bring a box for my sister's room, because her box wouldn't play no more, which it was an old box. And while he went outside to the cable box outside, I don't know. But he said that the amp was too high, that it should have been 0.5 when it was 12. And that's because they got it hooked up for somewhere else. They got all this stuff rigged up, and I do believe it's up under this house. It could be coming from both houses, because I was told that the guy that was over there, he was out in the rain working on the air conditioning system. Why would somebody need the air conditioning system working and it's pouring down rain? Pouring down rain, you out there could get hit by lightning. But anyway, um, we are in a time now where they just don't care what happened to us. and they don't care what race you are. We are in the human race, and that's what we need. We need the human race, and we need to be able to just live our life without someone thinking they can control us and rule over us, and we can just live, because these people are not uh they're not they are not who they say they are. They're not who they say they are, and they're willing to do whatever it takes for them to live the lie that they live in, because that's what they doing, living a lie. So I'm gonna get off of here, and I may come back. I don't know if I'm gonna come back and do any more of this, because there's a lot of information that that's on this site with this doctor